All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's see. Ryan, I just saw you come in. Hey, Ryan, you can unmute yourself and say hi if you'd like to. If you want to say hi.
Hey Rob, how are you?
Good. How are you, Ryan?
Good, good.
So, what brings you our way?
Nothing. We started using Dubb a little bit more in our sales team, so just want to get a little more info and learn how to use it a little bit better.
Nice. What's the industry?
Golf technology, golf software,
What is it? What software?
golf.
Oh, like the game?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We're for
okay.
Golf Now and NBC Sports Next because
Oh,
now
you're
they're
on
going to be
that
called
team. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
called Versant soon. So I do a little bit of golf technology sales.
No, that's very cool. Yeah, no, I remember we have that team. You guys are over there doing that. What's the use case? How do you guys reach out typically to your clients?
We've been doing a lot of like features recently, like showing our software and like just doing small videos to show off different features and stuff.
Yep.
Just to draw some interest from people for tech.
Okay.
Um, there's all kinds of other ways we could use it too, obviously. I haven't really used it that much, but I know some people in our company have been pretty successful with using it in different ways.
Okay. Because usually, like when it comes down to just dub videos in general, it's always about like what's the use case and what's the
Mhm.
best tech. So if you're showing obviously software, screen recordings are great. You can
Yeah.
put yourself in a bubble and you're kind of walking through stuff. You can make
hmm
annotations. But even in that scenario, it's usually about what makes the person going to want to click. So these people that you're reaching out to about showing the software features, are they clients already, or are they prospects that are going to turn into clients, or?
It could be a little bit of both. Typically, we work with them in a couple different ways. So we have software, but we also have distribution. So we sell, like advertising and that kind of thing on golfnow.com, which is more
Sure.
like a distribution spot.
Yep.
And so, like in a lot of cases, we already work with them in that, in that way. But we're trying to get them onto our software. So we have point of sale and T-sheet software that works with that.
Oh,
So we have two different point of sale and two different T-sheet and like reservation systems that we can
mhm.
sell. So sometimes we'll send that out as a teaser to get a demo
Yep.
or kind of show off what we have so we can hopefully either displace competition or just
Okay.
get them to sort of lean in more on our tech.
So it's kind of like you guys are in with them already, but then it's kind of like an upsell kind of thing. Like, hey, you should use this
Yeah.
instead for your POS and res. Okay.
Yeah, there's a big focus on our company right now on selling technology. So like our main business as those focus has always kind of been on the distribution side. It's kind of like what Golf Now's bread and butter has always been.
Sure.
But we're also a very big player in the tech space within the industry as well. But
Mhm.
this year, I think that's going to be like the big focus. So they're asking us in sales to be more creative with how we reach out and get more proactive about selling tech. It's a little tricky sometimes because there's a lot of timing involved with that. Someone already has like a point of sale system or whatever. They're not going to just switch. At the end, they're kind of be looking for that. You
Yeah.
can't just like call them up, make a couple phone calls and sell that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a longer game, but the more we can kind of get in front of them with more examples of what we do and kind of tease them on different features, hopefully, when it comes time for them to, make a decision on their technology, that they'll think of us and give us a shot.
See, what you should tell them is you should keep it with the golf vernacular. Say, listen, I know that the POS systems, this is the long game, but in golf, the short game is really important. So we should
Mhm.
probably get this done taken care of sooner rather than
Yeah.
later. You can have
Yeah.
it like a little short game clip. Yeah, it's always interesting. Like with these things in general, you got to find like the hook. Why do they want to click? So if they're
Mhm.
already with you guys and they're locked into a contract for POS or res systems or whatever they are, it's almost like you're kind of chipping away at what these special features could be. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, like features are awesome, but it's all about what is getting your POS system. Why is that awesome instead of the one that we're using now? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that's what we try to show things that may be unique
Mhm.
about what we do, that they might
Yeah.
not have,
Yeah.
or the other side would be like solving pain points that they may have with their current software, so we may
Mhm.
have certain things that are better, like stability wise or functionality wise, it might make their lives a little bit easier, so there's
You could
two
also
things.
grab some. There's probably some good YouTube videos out there too. If you looked up the competitor POS systems and res
Mhm.
systems,
Yeah.
probably could do a comparison. I know that the one thing we do with Dubb is that when people find us, typically over the years they've looked for like, hey, they find BombBomb maybe first, or they find Vidyard, or they find another company, And we've done a lot of YouTube videos over the years where we do comparisons, like if you have
Mhm.
both, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
maybe just something to think about in terms of if they have the competitors have their software out there where you can kind of review it, and then kind of send a comparison so they can see the most important part. Because with the POS system, there's probably like people that use that all the time that know that this is the critical juncture of why I use it. So if you could send a dub video with like the screen recording of like the comparison, and you know how like with YouTube videos or social media, it says this difference right here or this thing, right? You could do something like that that kind of cuts right to the point.
Mhm. Yeah, I think just for us too, it's just if we can get to a point where we can get a meeting and start getting a demo on things, we're
Mhm.
pretty good at closing once we get down the road. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's
we're
the
just trying to open up
it's getting them
their
interested.
minds. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
just to
getting them
spur
interested. Yeah, that's
spur
right.
some interest. That's all we got to do. So,
Okay.
that's basically the thing. So we're kind of been expected to do at least one per month now.
Okay.
Although I can see that I like to do more of those maybe, with
Yep.
maybe different things.
Good.
Uh, so I already
You have
did.
all the contacts, Ryan? Like, are these all like you have their emails? You have their,
Yeah.
do you reach out on LinkedIn too? Do you do kind of like do you give them a call? Do you do the whole omni-channel thing?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm like an account manager type role, so I have
Yeah.
like 75 courses that I work with, and like I have some prospects that are in my book too, but mostly they're people that are already working with us some way.
Yeah.
'Cause we do have kind of a new layer of sales now, which is more for just they're going to do prospects only.
Hmm.
So I'll work with them because I do have some relationships with the prospects just because I've been calling on them for a couple of years now.
Yep. Yep.
But like most of the people I'll be reaching out to will be fairly warm, clients already. So
Okay. Then I would
they're already
the
familiar with
then I would
what
think
we've
about the
got.
style, Ryan. So obviously for you, like when I start showing some stuff here,
Mm-hmm.
screen recordings is going to be like your best friend on this probably. I would
Mm-hmm.
think. You could also use if you wanted to the webcam holding up the whiteboard with a certain message. That can be like a precursor, but you can do that with the screen recording. So I think, and I'll show you that in a second. But I think that's probably your strongest asset for that. The prospect ones, not the current clients, but the prospect ones, even though you have, like you said, some relationship with the prospect a little bit, those might be a little bit more about you and holding up the message and what this thing is going to be about. You know what I mean? And then a screen
Mm-hmm.
recording. So it might be just a slightly different. Yeah. And then LinkedIn. If you get a hold of those prospects on LinkedIn too, you could do that too.
Yeah, does it hurt?
Cool. Well, Ryan, it was good chatting with you, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna run through some stuff here, and then if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. And if you want to try a new style, or send it over for feedback to us, it's feedback@Dubb is the email address. I just
Okay.
put that in the chat, and
All
then
right.
Dubb support is where the live trainings will be. So I'll put the link in there. It's right there in the chat right now.
Cool.
Cool. Good to
Well,
meet
you
you,
know
Ryan.
on this call?
We got Sal just popped in. I'm gonna say hi to him, and then
Yeah.
Jeannie just popped in as well. So
Nice.
yeah. Good to meet you, Ryan.
Yeah. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, and then Patrick just came in too. Patrick is he's in here all the time. Hey Patrick. Hey Sal, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, Robert. Doing well. Um, I don't know what to say. I absolutely love what I can do with this. So, um, I don't know if I'm the expert here outside of you here, but I think I've dug in pretty deep.
Yeah,
I do need to get to the next level because I think, maybe upgrading might be something I'll be looking at soon. I just need to become more familiar with that
yep,
and the reason for it, what it can do.
yep.
Um, there are some challenges that I see. One of them, and I don't want to bring it up to you because I've been working with, is it Rena, I think?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. So we can leave that off the table. But
yep.
for the most part, everything's good. I do run a Facebook ad, and I've been
Nice.
running it for several months.
Okay.
Um, I'm not going to say the conversion's been great.
Hmm.
I didn't expect it to be, so I am shelling out some money here. I
Yeah,
think the longer I do it, I'm starting to see more clickbacks or at least people, contacting me
yep, yep,
either through inquiring through the chat, the AI feature there,
yep,
or
yep.
what is it, Siri or something,
Yeah,
or
see ya. Yep,
yeah.
yep,
And then, so I'm getting some success there. I do love the way I can just take these videos and just pop them out to people.
yeah, yeah.
Um, it's a great platform. So it's my testimonial.
That was perfect.
Anything else you'd like to know? I mean,
Hey, listen, I think with you, like I've told you before, you got a great delivery, like your delivery is always really good. So I
yeah,
think
but I'm using in this Facebook ad, I'm using an AI created woman dressed as a home healthcare aide
okay, yeah. How's
who's
it look? It looks
delivering.
good. Looks good.
Looks good. She sounds good. She looks good. It's
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
Um, I've got about 6,000 something views. Um,
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
How long
uh,
is the ad, Sal? How long is the ad?
you mean in time frame?
Yeah, yeah, like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute.
Well, she's very short, and then it comes right into another video right behind it,
Yep.
which
Okay.
is about 2 minutes.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So it really gets into the
And
beat.
then there's three, buttons below
Yep.
that give them an opportunity to schedule or to watch, learn more here. And there's another, a giveaway there where they can get more information.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
Got it.
I'm trying it out with that, but I can try it out with other things too. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to try this. This,
Sweet. Well, Sal, it's always good to hear your voice, my friend. Thanks for coming
thank
in.
you.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you, Rob.
Of course. And then hey Ina. Hi everybody. Hi Ina. And then Jenny, Jenny Smith, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correct, with a G instead of a J. Jenny, if you can hear me okay. Hi.
Hi, I hear
Good to
you.
meet you.
You as well.
Thanks for coming in. So what brings you our way?
To learn more and try to get better at it than ever.
Perfect. What's your industry? What do you do?
Well, I do real estate
Okay.
and then I do blood draw.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So is
Well,
it
it's a crazy combination.
no, that's cool. Well, look, the real estate stuff. I mean, there's very when we cover this in a little bit, the scenarios for that are always, do you work with buyers and sellers both?
Yes.
FISBOs, expireds, those two, or
Yes. Oh, yes.
okay, yeah. So there's specific stuff. So when I'm covering the tech, I'll mention that as I'm going
Okay.
on, and then feedback and Dubb. Jenny, when you get this down, just take a use case. The biggest thing we always say is like if you're trying to show something. When I was talking to Ryan at the top, like when they're showing software.
Right.
Screen recordings are great for that. In the bubble, talking about something. That's a style that works in technology that you can learn and
Okay.
use for that. And for real estate, really what it comes down for you is the mobile app for property walkthroughs.
Right.
Comes down to screen recordings when you're doing a market update. And then it comes down to the webcam where you can hold up a message or have a screenshot of a property behind you. Same thing on the mobile. So I'll
Right.
show these things, but those are kind of the exact text and the strategy that you
Okay.
should use. And then if you haven't been to it yet, we have our real estate coaching sessions on Wednesday at
Okay.
11:30 a.m. PST, and I just put the link in the chat. So Darius
Okay.
Renzo, he's a co-founder of Dubb, and they're all real estate focused. So if you want to pop in, that's the link.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Anything on your mind, Jenny, before we start?
No, go ahead.
All right, perfect. Good to meet you. Good to
You as
meet you.
well. Thank you.
All right, perfect. All right, everyone. I'm going to share my screen here. If anybody has any questions, you know the drill. Pop them into the chat, and we will reconvene. We have Ina here as well, who can answer as we're going along. And let's start by jumping right in. All right, let me share my screen, and let's go. Okay, so actually, let me share one thing. Hold on, here we go. Okay, so let me share. All right, so a reminder with these videos, you really want to focus on the animated GIF. So this right here, when you hit record, it's going to be the first 3 seconds. You want to give context, you want to have a hook, and you want to make it somewhat visually interesting. Now, it doesn't have to be a full-on production, obviously. Just a smile and a wave and a message is really a lot of what you need when it comes to recording on a webcam. So this one right here that I recorded is inside the Dubb platform on the webcam, and I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone, and I'm just typing a message. Now, this hook right here, you can figure out with ChatGPT, you can figure out with Gemini, you can figure out with Grok, you can figure out with Auto right here inside the Dubb dashboard. Auto right here at the top, little robot face here. That's our AI guide. And what you can do with any of these AIs is ask the AI, I need a 5 to 6 word hook that's going to want my ICP, my ideal client profile, to want to click on my video. And here's my goal. This is who my audience is. This is what I want them to do. This is what they do. So just the more information you give to the AI, obviously, the more it can be educated on the answer that it's going to give back to you. It'll spit you back those 20 hooks that you want because you always want to begin a video with a hook. And then in this example right here, you would type that hook right on here, which I'll show in a little bit. It's a very straightforward style. Recording from the webcam with this is very good for one-to-one, one-to-many, updates, introductions, referrals, something nice and simple like this. Now, from this webcam that you see right here, you also can record something with just the virtual background behind you if you'd like. If you don't want to hold up the whiteboard, have a virtual background behind. Just make sure that background behind gives context or some kind of hook or some kind of meaning to why they're going to be watching this video. Person's profile, property and real estate, update, screenshot of something, company website, whatever it is to give context. Now, you also can do a combination of both of those things. You can have the background and you can have the message. Now, this works really well with real estate because if someone's interested in a property, you can take a screenshot of the property and have the address right on the whiteboard like that. Or you can have it behind you where it already has the address on it, because you pull it up on a listing and it shows it. You could have a fun fact about the property or something about it that would make someone want to click on it and get a hold of you. So this is definitely a visual right there to do that. Now, there's also screen recordings, like we were talking about at the top. So this is the Dubb Chrome extension. This is a browser-based screen recorder. This is any website that you want to be on top of. You can be a circle, a square, a rectangle, phone shape. You have annotations like you see here where you can point something out. You also have the ability to um, the reason these things work well is because it's like you're an expert walking someone through something and you're physically showing them where things are. So when someone gets this animated GIF, you want to pick an interesting part of what you're going to show. So in this case, I have the title here because I want them to know it's a market update, but I've added an additional part of this by holding up the whiteboard inside the bubble saying this is a big change that's coming. Now, I could have said rate change, I could have said whatever. So, whatever industry you're in, and you are getting ready to walk someone through a browser site here with Chrome, think about that just additional message. And if you're not sure what it is, go into Auto inside of Dubb, ChatGPT, and say, hey, listen, I'm doing a market update. This is what it's about. What's a good hook to have inside here? And it'll give you some suggestions, and then you can pick the right one. But this is visually what it would look like. Again, the first 3 seconds is repeating. Now, you also can record with the mobile app. So the mobile app, you can do a lot of the same stuff. So here I have a virtual background behind me. I have text on the screen. So real estate, someone's interested in a property, get on your phone, take a quick screenshot, throw it behind you, have the text, send it to them. If you're in coaching and consulting, same thing. Insurance, mortgage, whatever industry you're in, what visually do you want them to see behind you? And you can do that on the mobile. You also can type a hook just like this. So I can just grab my phone. We talked about what's the hook, right? Same thing. Just type it, put it above your head, below, wherever you want to put it. Different font, color, emojis, anything you want. And then the mobile app also has this. This is picture in picture. This is really important for real estate folks that love doing this with property walkthroughs. It uses both cameras on the phone, and you can physically walk through a property and just kind of guide someone through. So you're not just showing what's in front of you, you're on the screen at the same time. The reason this looks different, the background, the reason it looks like this, is because when I was doing this for a bunch of real estate people, I was showing an example and I was recording through the window. So that's out through the window and that's physically behind me. So, I'm in two different spots technically, but just because of the distance. But this would be when you're in person, it would be in front of you and recording you at the same time. Now, if you're not in real estate and you're in another industry and you do live events, when you're at a live event, record what's going on, and then you can send that video out to your folks and say, "I was at this event." You can see it there. You're narrating through it. You also can use this for you pull up a company website on your computer, or even someone on LinkedIn. You can take your phone, hit record, and just physically lean in to the computer like this, and it'll be a cool little shot of you on the website leaning in, and it has your picture right there. So these are all little neat visual things you can do to really stand out. But when you do these, whatever style that you choose, when someone clicks on these videos when they get them, it's all about this experience right here on the preset, which is our term for customized landing page preset. So the presets, you want to have different presets for different parts of your audience. So in real estate, I deal with buyers, FSBOs, expired, sellers, right? I want to have different landing pages for different parts of my audience. Same thing with recruitment, education, financial, mortgage, coaching, everything. So when they land here, you want to have your logo to the top left, right over here, the individual video you recorded right here in the middle, And then playlist videos are going to play after this video. So when you have playlist videos, they're great for education. They're also really good for your pitch video. So if you record something one time about what you do, your product, your service, why someone should work with you, minute, minute and a half, right? And it always plays after, that's what you want because these initial videos that you create for the group of people or for the individual person should really be about that hook we talked about. And they should be short, 30, 40 seconds. Get in, get out, make the value point, let them know another video is going to play after really about what, about you and your services and things. And then also hint, you can click below to book a time in my calendar. So these initial videos, short to the point, value based, get them to take an action, and then record a video one time that's always in your playlist and it's your pitch video about you and what you do. And if you have video testimonials, that is a perfect spot to add them at the end. If you don't have video testimonials, I'll show you how to get it in a second. Now, below here, these are your call to actions, your CTAs. What do you want someone to do when they're done watching? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar, the most popular button in sales? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to check out your website? Do you want them to email you back? There's all kinds of options you have down here. I wouldn't have too many because you don't want to get the whole paralysis by analysis thing, but I would have them in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you don't have video testimonials, this little button here, reply with video, is pretty awesome. So you can record a video, send it to someone, and then below you say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It is not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click reply with video below and let me know what do you think about the platform. And then they'll send the video back to you. You get a notification inside of Dubb, hey, you got a video reply. And then you just add it to the playlist, and this is your circle right here that you want to be in. Now, over to the right is your sales assistant, Sia, your interactive sales AI assistant. And you don't have to have it on the page. It's not a necessity. You can uncheck it if you want to. But we've had good feedback from this where when people land here, maybe they're thinking about taking an action, but they have questions. So over here to the right in real time, you can have up to three FAQs show. You can create up to 20. And then you also can ask the AI a question down here as well. And when the AI gives an answer, it's going to push for your desired outcome. So whether it's booking a time in your calendar, checking out more properties if you're in real estate, downloading a doc, a listing agreement, whatever you want them to do, it's going to give an answer and keep the momentum going. Now, to educate the AI inside of Dubb, you provide the individual AI assistants with website links. It will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And then you also can do a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both, and it will be properly educated on what you're doing. Now, obviously, all this is tracked as well. Did someone open up the email? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what's the watch percentage? All of this helps you follow up in a really, really, really smart way. Now, if you're not on a paid plan yet with Dubb, when you are, one of the first things that we do is an optimization setup. So the team will meet you in Zoom, help you set up your buttons, your pages, everything you need to get yourself going. But the experience here is a huge part of why someone's going to want to click because they're becoming educated, they're becoming convinced they can take an action below and they can learn more with the AI. And again, each preset landing page, you should have one for different parts of your audience. Now, to record this, how would we record something from our webcam that looks something like this? So inside Dubb, there's a red camera icon at the top of the browser, top of the dashboard. Select that there. It's going to open up your camera and then it's going to look like this. To do a virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background. We have a bunch of stock ones, but for like we talked about at the top, you want them to have meaning in the background. So screenshot those properties, screenshots of someone's profile, company website, article you want to share, whatever it is, upload them in here. It creates a library from you to choose from. Pick the one you want, select, and then it's going to put it behind you just like this. Now, for the virtual background, just make sure you got a good front light or a ring light or a combination of both. I would keep your hands, any kind of arm action in here within your shoulders. I wouldn't go out in here. You're going to start to lose it a little bit. So I would stay right in here. And if you want to use the whiteboard for the messaging that we talked about with the hook, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, what you're going to do is you're going to click this button right up here at the top. That's square with the person in the corner. And when you select it, that's where you're going to type. And that's all I did before was just typed my hook, which is right there. Then just turn it. Type it, turn it. expression right there. There we go. So then you have it just like this. Now, these recorders in Dubb in general, all the different recorders have a teleprompter option. If you have not used the teleprompter before, they're really awesome to keep you on point. So you have to have a script first. So you save a script into Dubb, and when a script is saved into Dubb, just click up into here, either create a script now or scroll to find the one you want, or you could search for a script by name like this. And then in here, you can control your speed. You can adjust it up or down. You can hit the play button, see if you like that speed, and then you can back the text off or you can zoom it in. You also can make changes here with the little edit icon right here. If you want to make some real-time changes, you can change the script right there. So if we're going to put all this together, this is what this would look like. I'm going to hit the virtual background down the bottom. I'm going to use my phone here with the hook, and we're going to do everything all at once. Here we go. So I'm going to hit record, and it's like this. Hi, this is Rob with Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording. I don't have to do it all at once. Click resume, keep going. I also can click the red button to delete. It'll ask you, are you sure? And if I want to save this video inside the Dubb platform to save it, it's the check mark right here. And to close the teleprompter, just tap the little arrow there, and it's closed. So this is one of the most straightforward ways you can communicate right from your webcam virtual background, hold up the phone, do one or the other, or do both. So I'm going to hit the check mark here, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, anytime you save a video into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform right here. Now, when you land on the video edit page, there's a number of things you can do. So I'm just going to select a different video because that one's still transcoding. So let's just grab this one right here. So when you're inside here, you can change the internal title up here at the top. Just highlight it and change it. I'll put Rob Test. And then make sure you click the check mark to save it. You can download the MP4 version of this video. So any video that you record and save into Dubb, you can download an MP4 version, which is great for social media because the platforms like the raw videos you can upload. Now, over here to the right, you also have a preview button, this little square with an arrow. If I click that button here, it's going to open up in a new tab, and I can say, great, here's what my landing page looks like. I got my logo, I got my videos, I got my buttons, I got my AI assistant. Everything is the way that I want it. Now, if it wasn't the way that I wanted, I can click this little drop down here and see how this check mark says Rob's preset. This is my default preset landing page. Anytime I hit record, that background that you just saw with those buttons and playlists and all that stuff, that's always going to be my background. But I can pick a different preset landing page from my list if they're already created, and it will change everything about that background if I want to do that. I also have over here to the right a QR code. So every Dubb video has a QR code. So what you would do is just download this. And if you're in real estate and you're doing an open house, definitely have that on the counter. Already have a video already made. It says, hey, welcome to the open house. And then when they're leaving, say, if you listen, thanks for coming to the open house. If you want to click on the buttons below, you can check out similar properties. Really good for that. If you're doing physical mail marketing in any industry, but particular in real estate, and you have door hangers and things like that, make a fun video that says, hey, thanks for pulling me off your door stack, or hey, thanks for pulling me out of your mail stack. Something like that that's just simple and fun that people can see and they're going to want to click on it. If you're not in real estate and you're doing those live events, you're going to live events, have a QR code that someone can scan at your booth, and then they see that video and they can keep in touch with you. So this is a really nice way to use this stuff. Now you also can upload this video right here to your YouTube channel if you have a YouTube channel from here. And down here, you have analytics. You have an AI coach called Kyra. So when you click generate, the AI coach is going to give you a delivery analysis feedback, and it's going to give you feedback on your content and your visuals. So if you want non-biased feedback right away, when you're done recording, click generate and the AI will give that to you. You also have activity over here to the right. So it says no activity yet because we didn't send this video anywhere. If we do send it somewhere, like I was mentioning earlier, you can get these individual statistics or all of them if you want them. So you can follow up in a really smart way. Like if you know what someone consumed for a video, it makes the follow-up so much easier because you know what they've learned and what they didn't learn. You also have a details tab on this page. This details tab is going to remind you that these are your buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page. And these are the playlist videos that you have below, I mean, not below, to the right. They're going to play after. You can make some changes here. If you want to change the playlist videos, the AI, the buttons, you can do that. And if you've already sent this video out to someone or a bunch of people, you still can make these changes after and it will retroactively refresh. You also have an editing tab. So in here, any video you can edit. I can hit the play button. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. I can drag the timeline to whatever I want the first cut to be. So let's say it's this one right here. I can hit the scissor icon. It splits it in two. I can either hit the play button or I can drag the icon to my second cut point. Let's just say it's right there. Scissors. And now I've got three pieces. And whatever is highlighted in orange, that's what I can do something with. So in this case, I'm going to delete it by hitting the trash can and it's gone. Now I can save it at this point, or if I want to get, bring some stuff back, I can click the undo button, undo, 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 and I'm right back to where I was. Now you also have a design tab. The design tab was what I was mentioning at the beginning. When you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds repeats, but you can choose a different part of the video by sliding this to a different part that you like visually, and then click generate thumbnail, and that will make the 3 second animated preview. Or you can upload a thumbnail. So it's up to you on that one. Now to do a simple send, we've recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page with all our stuff that we need. Now you're going to open up an email, open a compose, and a couple best practices here. You want to have the word video in the subject line, the very first thing that they see. Have that hook we talked about, a little bit of text in terms of why they should watch. And then you can drop a video in a couple ways. So one is going to be inside the platform where we just were, and the big blue share and send button right over here to the right. Click this here, put the email in to get that advanced tracking, add some personalization text at the top if you want to do that. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste, just like this. Now you also can add it with a shortcut. So right in here inside of Gmail, you're going to notice a little Dubb button down at the bottom. That Dubb button is there in Gmail and Outlook 365. It's off to the right in add-ins. The reason that button is there is because we have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder in our browser and logged in up here at the top that you can see here. We're going to look at that screen recorder in a second. But when you have this, that button will show up. So when you select that button, I could record a video right here from inside the email client, just record it here and drop it in. Or I can turn off my camera and I can scroll through my video library looking for the video that I want to drop into this email. So let's just say it is this one right here. I click advanced options. I put the email in for the tracking. I add the personalization text if I want to, and then I just pop it in like that, and there it is. So it's either with a shortcut or you can do it from inside the platform. Now, the screen recorder that we were just talking about, the Dubb Chrome extension, this is what we were talking about at the top. This right here. Any website you want to be on top of. That's real estate, but it can be anything. We're going to look at LinkedIn. So if I wanted to reach out to Ruben on LinkedIn, I am going to get the Dubb Chrome extension, which is here. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to open up and it's going to put me on the page, just like this. Any website that you're on top of, you want to think about three things: size, placement, and shape of your webcam. Shape is good. Ruben's in a circle, I want to be in a circle. But if I was on a more angular site, I would think about, hey, I want to be a different shape. Then I want to think about size. I don't want to go too big because I don't want to cover everything. There's no point in doing a screen recording if you're that big. And then you also want to think, where do I want to put myself? Where is it interesting to go? I could go right there. If I was going to go there, I'd probably change it to a square and then I would reduce the size. But then again, I'm covering up his book. So I'm going to go right here next to him like this. And then this is probably maybe a little bit bigger, like that. And then I'm right next to him. I can knock on his bubble if I wanted to. And then functionality here, inside here, you can zoom in for a tighter frame. If you just want it to be tighter, you can back up. You can move yourself around inside the frame for better placement. You can jump to full screen when you'd like to make points to someone and go back to the page. You can go over here and turn your camera off. If you already know the client, maybe you're working with someone already, you just want to do an audio walkthrough of a page that you're sharing. You also can use your headshot if you'd like to. But being live is pretty awesome. And then you also can use a virtual background inside your bubble here if you want to add that. You have an annotation tool to use right over here. You can have the arrows or whatever pointing things out before you even begin, so it's part of your animated GIF, or you can use it once you start beginning recording. You also have a teleprompter. This one's a little bit different than the one you just saw with the webcam because you can physically move this around the page. You also can manipulate the sides like this. But it's the same idea in terms of clicking in here, either typing the script of the name or you find it this way. This is your speed between 1 and 10. So again, it's a scroll speed. And you can test it with this. You can back the text off or you can zoom it in. In my case here, I'm going to move it up here towards the camera. And you got to remember with the Chrome extension, because this is a browser-based screen recorder, you can't go full screen on your browser if you're going to use the teleprompter, because if you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter. You won't be able to see it or physically click on it. So just leave a little bit of a gap, hit record, tap it, and bring it forward, and you're able to use it. You've got three orientations to record over here. First one opens up like the webcam for a camera. Tab is a nice clean cut of the page that you're going to be on. It won't show the open tabs at the top. And screen is going to be a full screen one, which will show everything. So you'd want to make sure your tabs look nice and neat. And if you want to take someone on a little tab journey, you can do that by hitting record, going from one tab to the other to the other. In this example, I'm going to use tabs. So I'm going to stay on this singular page. And the last part of this is the hook that we talked about. What is your hook? Remember the hook. So I'm going to use this when I do this. I'm going to hit start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. You can see it right there. I'm going to click share. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I thought I'd reach out because I noticed that you are an author and you wrote a book called Click Record, which really gets me interested because I love video. So I did my whole thing with the hook. That's the animated preview, and then I chose to jump to full screen. You don't have to do that. And in fact, you don't have to jump to full screen at all. It's kind of a cool little visual to do when you want to make a point about something, no matter what you're showing. Jump to full screen, make the point, go back to the page. You can do that in a few ways. You can hover over your webcam with your mouse and double click, brings you here. Double click the page to go back, or you can hover over and click this button right here. That brings you here. Then click the button right here to go back. You also, with the little menu bar at the bottom, notice it says expand webcam. You can click that there and go back. You also can hover and move, keep talking, recording. You can also hit the pause button down here at the bottom if you want to be a little more structured with what you're doing, and then click resume when you're ready. You don't have to do it all in one shot. And then the annotations over here you can use as well. So if you want to have the arrows out and you're pointing towards some things here, you can do some text on screen if you kind of want to hammer home some point. You can circle, you can underline, you can put things in numerical order of importance, you can draw on the screen. And all of these annotations will stay where they're supposed to stay when you continue down the page, which is really, really nice. And then you just delete them. So reaching out on LinkedIn, this is great. Any kind of website that you want to share and walk someone through something, this is a nice, convenient, quick way to do it. Now, again, check mark. Just like the webcam, I'm going to click this button here, and it's going to save it into the platform and bring us right back to the video edit page where we were earlier. Now, the video I just recorded for Ruben for LinkedIn, how would I share that with him? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect with Ruben first, and then I'm going to click message. And then there's a little Dubb button right down here inside of the messaging area. It's a shortcut we have like in Gmail that you saw. It's the integration we have with LinkedIn. Select this button here, and then just find your video. There it is. Click insert, and you can even highlight this right here, this text, send it to him, and then he's going to see that nice animated video GIF preview inside of his messaging, which is really great compared to what the normal text-based stuff is. Now, there's another screen recorder that we have as well, and this screen recorder is called the Dubb Desktop app. So if you Google Dubb Desktop app, this screen recorder does a lot of different things. So as we just saw with Chrome, it's browser-based. This desktop app is like a drone that flies over anything on your computer. It can do anything over the browser, videos, documents, Canvas slides, whatever you want. And has some other cool functionality as well. So you're going to Google Dubb Desktop app. You'll download it from Mac or PC. On a Mac, you'll see the little Dubb symbol up here at the top. On a PC, I believe it will be at the bottom. You can see that it does a number of actions here. You can also click the quick view menu here, and then it does a number of things that you see here. We're going to be looking at screen recording so we can compare it to the Chrome that we just saw. So when I select this here, I'm going to open my webcam, and the webcam is going to be pretty much exactly the same as the Chrome. Things are just in little different spots, but it does all the same functionality. Different shapes, different sizes, virtual background, everything you just saw, you can do this with this. You also have the annotation tool, which is similar to the Chrome. It does all the same stuff. The only difference is with the desktop app, when you use the annotations, they're not going to stay sticky. So you want to use them, delete them, and then scroll if you're going to scroll. You also have a teleprompter. This one's similar to the Chrome where it moves around, excuse me, moves around, but this is a major difference. So when you click in here and you get your script, notice how the first option over here says auto track. That's voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record and I'm reading the script, it will go at my own pace, which is pretty neat if you want to do that. If you prefer the scroll speed, click the button, it closes it, and then you can scroll up or down with your speed, just like that, just like we saw before with the other ones. Now, another major difference here is the actual recording itself. So when I click record, there is a little red slash down here. If I hit record right now, it will get my entire computer screen. That's what that means when there's a red slash. If I click the red slash and get rid of it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of a border of what I'm recording. Right now I'm on 9 by 16. So this is like a social media style right here, vertical. And I can put it on top of anything. And whatever's inside the blue area will be recorded. So I can take my bubble, put myself in here, frame it on something, and I can do a social video right from my desktop. I also can go landscape, proper orientation for YouTube. I can even click down here and go to custom. Custom is awesome because you can crop around anything you want. Crop around a very specific part of a site, document, a canvas slide, whatever you need. It can be very, very specific. The last point is the recording itself. So I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown like we saw before. And now I am recording. Now I can pause and resume this recording, but the difference here is the check mark. Previous examples we just looked at, webcam and Chrome, when you hit the check mark, it saves it into the platform. That is not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to say, look, you just recorded a clip. The desktop app records in clips. We merge the clips together at the end, and then we save it into the platform. The cool thing about clip recording is you can drop and drag videos from your computer and drop them right in here. Like I was saying at the top, when you record a Dubb video, there's always an MP4 version you can download. So if you have an MP4 file, you can drop it in here. Now, what I've just recorded is a screen recording. So I have one clip. So how do I continue recording now? What do I do? So down at the bottom left, there are three creative icons to continue recording. The one all the way to the left is record your screen, like I just did. So let's say I want to go back there and do another clip. Now I could have changed it to a different browser, different tab, whatever I want. I could have changed that already. I didn't do it in this example, but I could have. So I'm going to click this button here. It's going to take me back to where I was. I'm going to hit record. And now I'm doing another clip in the same style that I just recorded, which is the record screen. I'm going to hit the check mark again. And there is my second clip. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like. So I don't have to record chronologically. Now there's a middle icon down here called the webcam version. So if I click that, it's going to open up my webcam. Now I can record a version where I'm talking directly to the camera. Maybe this is my, hey, thanks for watching this video. It's great talking to you. Maybe it was welcome to this video. Maybe it's I want to talk about this point, but it visually looks different. Click the check mark, and again, you can place it where you want. The last option down at the bottom left is called Record Narrator Video. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of your bubble and put it on top of anything that you want. So if I was doing a market update in real estate and I didn't want to use the Chrome extension, which you just saw earlier, where I open it up, I record, I'm doing kind of everything at once, right? If I had Dubb Narrator, I could sit at my webcam, write an up market update for, put it on my teleprompter, deliver it by reading the teleprompter to my webcam. I have a video I recorded. And then what I can do is with Dubb Narrator, I pull up the website of the market update and I just put my pre-recorded self in a bubble on the page. And all I have to do is hit record and just scroll around and use annotations. And the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Same thing you can do with LinkedIn. You could record, if everyone on LinkedIn is getting the same pitch, you could record one video, have them in the bubble, then pull up the different profiles, and all you have to do is just put them on the different profiles, and you could send it out. So it's really convenient. We do a lot for our YouTube stuff. So I'm going to click the narrator icon down here, and when you select it, it's going to take you inside your video library. So I'm going to pretend this is the video we want right here. I'm going to select it. Here's the pre-recorded version of me. I'm going to hit record, and now the pre-record is going to do the talking. In this case, there's no sound. Anyway, imagine you were hearing sound. And then you click the check mark here, and it saves it. Now at this point, you want to merge the clips together because we're ready to do this. So I'm going to click the edit button down at the bottom right, It's going to merge our clips together. Here it is right here. Now, at this point, you can edit the video if you want to. So just like we saw earlier inside of the Dubb platform, the desktop app has its own editor right here, very similar to the one you saw before. You also can cut out silences in these videos as well. All the little pink areas, you can cut those out if you want a tighter cut. And then you can download the MP4 and you can upload it into the Dubb platform. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at is very similar to the desktop app, but it is on your mobile. And the mobile app is a clip recorder, just like the desktop app. There's some other stuff you can do as well, which I'm going to show you right now. So for Android and iPhone, you're going to get the Dubb mobile app. And when you have it, this is going to be how you're going to record a video. So you're going to go to the home area of the mobile app. The blue camera icon is at the bottom. You're going to select the blue camera icon. It opens up. When you immediately use the app for the first time, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute of recording. I always slide mine over to 10 just so I'm not cut off. I also want to do a countdown timer, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second. But for right now, just to record, tap the circle. Now I'm recording. You can see timer here, timer here. I can pause and resume this recording right here with the pause button. And to end the recording, I just tap the circle and it has stopped the recording. And I have downloaded to my phone right now this clip. So again, the mobile app, like the desktop app, is a clip recorder. And this has been downloaded in my photo video area. I'm going to select again, hit record one more time. So I have a couple clips. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to hit the button again at the bottom. There is my second clip. And I can physically move these in any order I want. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide. So you can record in any order that you'd like. Now, if you tap a clip individually, you can delete, trim, and if I select edit, I can add royalty-free music. We have a whole library that you can add from. I can type text on the screen like you saw in the beginning, where I can type my hook above my head, below, wherever I want to put it. I also can do voiceover here, or I can do voiceover at the end. I can speed up the action of this clip, and I can even add in burned in subtitles if I want to do that now, or I can do it at the end. These icons over here, if you select the tooltip at the top, click it once, it's going to tell you what these things are right here. Just click it again to close it. Countdown timer, that's important to have on. I usually go 3 seconds. So when you hit record, you get the 3, 2, 1, and you're ready to smile and you're ready to go. Now, if you're doing a walk and talk, like a property walkthrough, or you're talking to your client and you're kind of herky-jerky moving around, you want to smooth things out, click this little button right here, and that does video stabilization. So it'll smooth it out as you're walking. If you want to use the teleprompter, this is one of our best ones right here. Go in here like we did before, click up here to find your script. You can scroll or you can look for it by name like we talked about before. Here is the scroll speed right here between 1 and 10. Play button to test that speed. You can hit the pencil icon if you want to make any real-time changes. And if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be and they're wandering down, either increase the speed or slide everything up, just like this. So you can read it right here at the top and your eyes won't wander at the bottom. Now, if you're recording landscape, just turn your phone and the script adjusts right to the side. You also have an option here if you have an iPhone to do auto track, which is voice recognition, which you saw with the desktop app. So if you have an iPhone, click here to the gear icon over here, select auto track, hit record, and now you're going to notice it's going to go at my pace. Asking for a whole month off on your first day of work, that's like not using AI and video to grow your sales. So see how it kind of paused with me and went with me and highlighted. So click here on the gear icon, either auto scroll or auto track. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X. Now, if you recorded a video on your phone, not in the Dubb mobile app, but it's on your phone, and you want to make it part of this story down here, go to the folder button here. It'll take you to your photo video area. Find that video that you want. Say, do you want to add clips? Yes, and it will add it here. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button. If you want filters, this button right here. So that'll give you black and white, skin smoothing, different color gradations. You can just slide along like this and it will change as you slide it. You also have picture in picture right here. This is the one we looked at the top. So real estate, obviously property walkthroughs is awesome for it, but any industry where you want to physically show what's in front of you, make yourself bigger or smaller, zoom in, back up. This is a great thing to use. And then the last one is virtual background. So again, on your phone, screenshot those properties, those articles, those company websites, those profiles, and then go here, and then you put it behind you like this, hit record, and you got the virtual background behind you. And then when you're ready to combine all of these into one video, blue button to the top right, that's going to merge all of our clips together into one video. We're going to have that video on our phone automatically downloaded, and then we're going to have the ability to upload this one more time into Dubb with the blue upload button right here, and it'll save it into the platform. Now, from the mobile app, you also can send videos. So see right here in the middle, I have my video library. I'm going to select a video. There's a big blue strip in the middle that says share video. Select that. Click copy for email, and it will copy it to the clipboard. See the green copy to clipboard? Then just paste it. You also can click copy for SMS, copy there, paste it. Or you can click the icons to the top right of the video, the little block icon for the email, or the paper airplane icon for the sending for SMS. Now, you also have the CRM aspect of this. So if you have a CRM that you really like a HubSpot, a Salesforce, a Go High Level, Follow Up Boss, and you have your workflows in there, just keep them in there and just add video if you want to do that. If you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can do that. Just upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags. You can do bulk sends, email, and SMS. If you want to do automations, that's part of our Pro Plus plan. Like if you want to do drip sequences and things like that. So it really depends on what you want to do. And if you already have some kind of technology that's already doing it that you really like, then that's really just a decision that you have to make at that point. Inside here, you also have this. Let me refresh this page. Like I mentioned at the top, Otto is a great resource right in here. Now, Otto, the AI guide, can answer any questions on Dubb. Hey, how does a Chrome extension work? How do I do this? It can also write you scripts if you want it to write scripts. It can give strategy advice. What are the best videos to make in real estate? How do I do that? It can do that. If you need help from the team, down over here to the left, if you click this little bubble here, you can chat with the AI assistant or the team. And you can also do keyword searches in here that will bring up a video and an article typically as well. From a referral standpoint, over here to the left in the left navigation, when you click referrals, if you click apply now, this will create a little referral link for you right here. The Dubb referral link is great because it's our Dubb partner program. We pay a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb through that link. So if I was sent a link by you guys and I subscribed, you would get 30% recurring. And then if I made my own link and shared it with someone else and got someone to subscribe, you get another 10%. So it's a simple kind of 1-2 level. We have training every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. PST for our partner stuff that we do every week. So if you want to come into the partner coaching, I'll put this link in the chat right now. Come in on Thursday. We talk about strategy, how to sell Dubb directly, indirectly. We have a lot of people that do very, very well. Um, and we want to support you on it. So if you want to invite people in here to live training, bring them in. I do my thing in here, help them close. If you have a webinar that you're hosting and you want us to come in and talk about Dubb, just let us know, and then we'll do our best that we can for you. So. Okay, so let's go into the chat here. Let's see what we see on the right-hand side. Okay, I can see that for both. Perfect. Any questions? Anything on anybody's mind? Go ahead, Jai. I see your hands up, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, Rob, I was going to tell you, I guess Eno's right. I guess Dubb changed up now. You have to have the actual link. So it can't even be Jai Thompson dot. Like a subname, it has to actually be the actual domain itself. So I'm like, so now I had to go all back and find them all. But I found them all.
Okay, good. So they
So
all work?
yeah, it worked. I'm like, oh damn, that sucked. But
Okay.
it's hard because I don't remember them all. So many of them now. I have the newer ones. It's like okay,
Uh, got
but
it.
I got it. But yeah, I just want to tell you that. Yeah,
Cool, sweet. That's awesome. Hey,
yeah,
good
yeah,
news is always good.
yeah. So now you can add that to your training when you're telling people. You got to make sure it's the right link,
Well, that's
right
cool.
link.
Yeah, the right link is important.
Yeah, yeah,
The broken link is a phrase. That's funny.
yeah, man. Because it's sad face, man. And remember, man, that's a good thing, man. You take your own little website and
Mhm.
better right on the Dubb video landing page.
Yeah, yeah,
Where you, you know,
great. It's like a
to
page.
be honest, you don't need to pay for a domain anymore.
It's like a page within a page.
Yeah, it
It's
really
kind
is.
of funny.
You can scroll down to get everything you want.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Jock. Well, it's good to hear that. I saw Jock had his hand up. Hey, Jock, how are you? Let's see. I think you can hear
I
me.
was still muted.
Yeah, how you doing? Good to see you.
Big at you as well. I learned so much. Second day, I'm officially signed up with the company now, so I have the services. So now I'm trying to learn it as I go along. So I will say, I'm glad I'm part of. I have you guys as part of my service that I'm doing with my business right now.
That's awesome. Sweet. We really appreciate that. And just make sure, did you get scheduled for your optimization setup, Jock, like with the team?
Yeah, I have a follow up on Friday, so I'm gonna try to do what I was assigned yesterday, and then have
Okay.
that all ready for Friday so that we can take it from there.
That's awesome. And remember, feedback at Dubb, that's email. So if you when you're testing this out, if you want to pretend like we're a, prospect or something, send it over. We can always give you feedback.
Okay, perfect. I have one quick question.
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned on Thursday, there's the training.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I thought I was doing something wrong, but when I try to copy that link, it doesn't copy. Is it blocked off on your side?
You know, is the Pro Plus one blocked maybe? But the Dubb partner one in the real estate should work, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do like new registration link for next year since next week. Yeah, it's Tuesday is
Is next
yeah.
week Christmas, Ina? Is next week Christmas?
Yeah, next week
Oh
is Christmas
God.
already.
Oh
So
shit, hold on.
yeah, you might need to, yeah, we're going to have like new registration link. We're gonna send that out
Okay.
maybe this week and or early next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, so that you guys can register before then. And yeah, we're preparing for the new year.
Okay, perfect. So we have new links for all the different classes throughout the week.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of forgot about the. I totally forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the end of the year. So like, what world am I
Perfect.
in?
Awesome.
Okay, there
Thank
we
you so
go.
much.
Cool, thanks. Anybody questions before we go? We're a couple minutes to the top of the hour. Anything on anybody's mind on this Wednesday? Anybody? 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 Anybody?
But Rob, you can shoot out the real estate link though, because I mean,
I put it in the chat. I think I put it
no,
in
no,
there.
that was for the other one.
I put it in there earlier. Let me drop it in
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah,
I
yeah.
see the partners. I came late though.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, yeah.
you came in after, I think. Here, hold on, I'll put it in. Here it is. There you go. I just put it in.
There you go.
Yep.
Hey,
It
yeah,
works. Let's see if it works.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Cool. All
There you
right, guys. Well, listen, hey, thanks so much for coming in, everybody. It's always nice to have everyone in here. Ina, thanks so much for the support as always. And we will see you soon. Bye, guys.
go.